found out yesterday they got some of my chicken litter spread. So I'm headed down with the big tractor and the big disc to go get her worked under. So this disc is new to me. I just bought it last November. I mean, it's a big, what the heck was it? It's a bushhog, 32 foot. And I replaced both the two, the wing fold-up cylinders, and all the hoses on it have been replaced. They were all very, very bad shape, very cracked, and I didn't feel like they were gonna make it. So I greased her up yesterday. Had to replace a bunch of grease zerks, but all the bearings on the blades all took grease, and it seems to be like it's gonna do a decent job. So anyway, gonna go get some chicken litter worked under and play with the new disc. And here we go. Makes a pretty big swath back there. Acre piece of soybeans. This is one of them that we subsoiled last fall, trying to get rid of some compaction. So you can see our kind of a knife mark look there, and it's got, if you look real close, I don't know if you can see in the camera or not, but she's got a dome or a tunnel look right there on both sides of that knife mark. So we had the chicken litter put on, and we're just out here for the fact that we have to get the chicken litter worked into the soil so that it can't potentially run off. And, if we have a good sized rain event, we want that nutrient to stay right there where we placed it, and also incorporating it in the soil helps to keep the nitrogen and such from basically like evaporating. When you drive by a pile of poo, you can smell it real bad, and you're basically smelling the nitrogen kind of evaporating off, or changing form into a gaseous state, so that that's what you can smell actually, is the nitrogen part, ammonia part of it getting out of there. So got to get her worked in to keep her on here. Now, this was one of the worst spots I had last year for foxtail and weeds, and mostly foxtail down here. In fact, I don't remember there even being any soybeans down here. So on the plus side, there's not very many weeds coming up because of all the foxtail we had here. But foxtail being a weed, it certainly didn't produce any soybeans, so it's kind of a negative there. We don't have any weeds, but we don't have any crop either. So hopefully bumping up our nutrient level here a little bit will help with our lack of soybeans and too much of the foxtail. Foxtail seems to like low nutrient level soils and a little more compacted areas. So we got rid of the compaction anyway. Now we're trying to get rid of the foxtail and bump our crop yield back up. This is going to go to corn this year, so hopefully, because we'll be flaming and cultivating, we can keep the foxtail at bay a little better than we can in the soybeans. Soybeans we can't flame, but we certainly are out here cultivating like that. But with corn, we can come through and flame, and then a day or so later we can come back in and cultivate and hopefully bury any of the grass that is laying there withered or wilted on the surface of the ground. That's the thoughts anyway. So anyway, enough gabbing here. I'll just kind of show some video of what we're doing and get out of here. This is kind of going to be it for a day or two, and just waiting for the right moment so we can get planting. 32 acres. I think it took me about an hour and a half to do that guy. That's definitely faster than before. So anyway, now we just gotta wait, you know, a couple more weeks. We're not at all ready to plant. This is about the 6th or 7th consecutive day we've had really nice warm weather. So the ground is still, it's just right there at the, you know, my opinion, the time to start planting. But we're gonna wait and get another flush of weeds killed and make sure we have everything smoothed over and ready to go as far as the equipment goes. Got some hay to do here. Got some conventional ground that's hay that we're just gonna kind of take an early first cutting off of, and then basically no-till the soybeans into it. It just the hay's kind of faded out over the years, and it's just not producing well, and it's on steep enough ground or hilly enough ground that we don't really want to be in there, you know, working the ground up and causing a lot of erosion and that kind of problem. But just going in and no-tilling, you know, we should be all right that way. So anyway, stay tuned for more video, guys. We got some more wrenching to do on the big soil finisher and such, and we still haven't got that. I'm gonna go down and check this afternoon and see. We've got to get that other CRP ground coming out that's going into soybeans. We got to get that ground worked over yet. Hopefully they've got the manure put on it today or yesterday afternoon, and we can get it ripped up. So stay tuned, guys. Hit the subscribe button and like and comment. We'll catch you next time. See you later.